A little update on the 68 Camaro. We have some break-in oil. It's already in the motor. We have the new coated flex plate, the oil dipstick. I forget what those are. This is a custom starter, high torque, all brand new. And there is more stuff coming. That's what she's going to look like when she's done, because that was the last one. Anyway, back on the list here, we have ARP bolts and fasteners and the correct lube for certain types of fasteners. We got a whole box of fuel stuff, miscellaneous. We have your choice of carburetors. I think this is a Holley. I want to say it's an 850 or a 750, and if you just heard behind me, I just had a whole slew of stuff that fell. We also have a Rochester Quadrajet, but who wants those? Okay, well that all fell. Anyway. Okay, over here we have paint for the car. This is the AWX. This is the primer. All expensive stuff. This is the bluish, that color. And the white for the stripes. That might be the I see. So we got a couple of other mixes for the paint. And then over here, stuff that didn't fall, we have all the gasket sets, all the small stuff, leftovers for timing chain and valve seals. This is just a whole kit that basically was from another motor that we never used, except for this stuff. Then we have a brand new bumper for the front, the cowl vent. Coming over here, gosh, we have a bunch of stuff that fell. Bunch of fasteners, all labeled, license plate. These are all stainless, again labeled. Here's the new radio box, spare parts, more nuts and bolts. These are actually stainless steel, but they've been powder coated. Or other. Okay, well that was fun. All right, here is the auto wire wiring kit. This says rear body kit, but I think this might be a duplicate, because I believe the trunk is already done, unless these are just the wires, the loom for the taillights and such. These are things for the front, in case you wanted to do parking lights differently. There's wire looms in here, like this is a console kit, in case you want to go with an original center console. And as I mentioned to somebody earlier, you can see that with this kit, all of the wires are labeled where they go, so you don't have to guess. Of course, underneath all of this is the actual wiring instructions underneath there, and all the pigtails for miscellaneous stuff. case you change your steering column. Over here we have an MSD distributor, the good kind, the MSD ignition control. I think it's a 6AL. Oh, it says right there, 6AL. Anyways, these are awesome. This is a distributor gear in case you use a different type of cam. You have different ones. You can use bronze and such. Okay, voltage regulator, wiper stuff, water neck. These are the trim pieces for the interior headliner stuff. This is for the front and the back. Pinches the headliner. Speaking of which, this is the headliner. We have the 700R4 built with a nice billet dipstick, oil cooler, or maybe that's tranny cooler, I don't remember. This is the hood latch setup for the hood, powder coated, plug wire kit, as well as the heat shields for the plug wires. Over here we have one of these big boxes is a stripe kit for striping the hood in the back. Let's see, cross member for the 700R4 and the tranny mount, battery box. We have anti-sway bars. That is for the 12-volt rear end, new gasket. That's the loop for the drive shaft in case the drive shaft breaks. You don't do a whole bunch of damage. We have, let's see, these are for the leaf springs if you want to change. These are a solid, it's a racing type. The whole kit is there. More kit bushings for the anti-sway bar because it's been sitting for a little bit. Brake pads, oh, part of the battery box. Let's see. Spacers, in case you have wheels that don't quite fit. I've got a couple of boxes of spacers there, and I think this one is spacers as well. Cabling stuff for the 700R4. This here is pre-wired up to the rear view mirror, a 12-volt lead, so that you could hook up accessories like a camera or something by just plugging in the little adapter. Nuts and bolts and miscellaneous stuff for the car. Original drive shaft, headers that need to be painted, but they're actually very nice. Full exhaust. We have those Flowmaster mufflers, but I also have a pair of stainless steel mufflers in a box. Let's see, this is the vacuum canister for low vacuum conditions, so you can still use your power brakes. Fuel filter. I'm gonna turn this off and come back because I've got other stuff I gotta pull out. Just a reminder what she looks like. Lighting's not very good in here. This has to be fixed. It's not lined up straight, so that's gonna have to be restriped. I started to take the I started sanding this off already, but this part up here was all done correctly. And I'll take this off in a second here and go back inside the car, but for the moment I want to share something that was discussed earlier about this American Auto wiring kit. Sorry about the dust and dirt, baby. Okay, so these kits, if you can see here, every wire has the name on. What is that skipping around? Has the name, the purpose. So you don't have to guess what wire goes where. They're already labeled. This is an extra 12 volt tinned copper run that goes to the amp in the trunk. So you've got plenty of power, and then of course this is probably all the stuff for the voltage regulator and such. But again, everything is labeled, so no guesswork. We have the brakes set up here, the Willwood 4-wheel disc brakes, the power booster ready to go. The vacuum canister you saw was for this, and then this stuff is ready to put back together once we drop the motor in. So we're just waiting on that. But these are the heater hose lines and such. They're ready to go. Stainless steel fuel line 3/8 and custom rack and pinion steering. Very nice. Okay, there's another carburetor, so it could be this one or this one. One of them's big. I think the other one's still a 750. And then again, more fasteners. I think that's probably the flex plate or something. Miscellaneous here and such. Then let's see, got the MSD stuff. Oh, we can go over here and we have the headline, the rest of the headliner stuff, the bows. This is for the front and the rear. It's like a pinch weld almost, where you put the headliner in and then pinch that on to seal it off. This is mostly empty. Some trim pieces, I guess. Over here we have a selection of wiper blades, because we don't know yet which ones go to this car. More stuff for door seals. I think they're already done, but they must be extras. We got horns. We have the fender mount supports. Not sure what's in here. Oh, pressure regulator. It's a mystery. Oh, original voltage regulator. We have some of the headlight assemblies haven't been finished. The wiper motors, I have a couple in there, so anyways, have to separate that. Couple of yokes, and I'll get back to the hood in a minute. Okay, before we get to the hood, this is all of the parts to finish the air conditioning system. Classic auto air. The octopus, as referenced in a previous video, is already in place, but this is the fittings. Oh. And more. Have to get to that. That's the shifter. I got a B&M shifter kit that has been missing for some time that we just found. There's the shifter and the housing and the cover plate. Anyways, wondered where that was. But inside of here, as we continue to dig, are the the valves, all the fittings to finish the air conditioning system. It's all a custom fit. You just have to have the tool, which I don't have. So these hoses, some are ready to go, but you have to make a couple others. And apparently these air conditioning shops have the tool. I called one and he said, yeah, you just bring the car in and we'll make all the rest of the hoses and finish the system for you. So no big deal there. Then we have sill plates. I don't know why we would need that. I think those are old spares. We've got 2 original cowl hoods. This one's been finished, but I didn't like how it fit, so I bought another one. It's orange. Either way, they're gonna have to be painted. So I think that's pretty much it. There are more parts that aren't necessarily for this build. You can see I got a lot of tubs still with spare parts. Anyway, okay, climbing in the car, we have the seats covered. Well, one seat, because that's the one I keep getting in and out of, but you've got the leather seats. Oh, I don't have the trim on the doors. Anyways, Ray was asking about the wiring. So all of this is already hooked up. And you have the visors are in. This is the Dynamat or Fat Mat insulation all the way across. Most of the interior stuff is completed. We got speakers instead of vents there because we got the air conditioner, which is up under here. So, and that's a aftermarket stereo. It's just made to look like the original. And then I had to put the vent setup in there. Again, new modern air conditioning and heating, but old style look. Oh, this wire hanging down right there, that's what I was talking about. That's the adapter. So I've run power up here ahead of time in case you want to change that to a power mirror with a rear view cam or you know, dash cam type of setup. It's pre-wired.